All right, so now we'll see next topic called union operator. So in SQL, there is an operator called union. So we have also union all. So we'll see what is union and union all will do. So in other databases like Oracle, we have other operators also there. Like these are called set operators. So in SQL, we have a set operators. So set operators means we have four operators actually. Set operators. So one is called union and union all, intersect is there are three union all, intersect, and also minus. So these are the four set operators we have in database: union all, intersect, and minus. So MySQL SQL will not support intersect and minus. So union and union all will be supported. I'll tell you what is exactly these operators will do is basically these operator will be used to join the multiple tables. We can retrieve the data from the multiple tables with a single query. So far, whatever queries we have executed will be executed only one table. So we extracted the data or retrieved the data from the one table, right? So now we need to, we will able to extract the data from the multiple tables. So it is possible by using three different topics in SQL. One is by using union and union all set operators. The other one is by using joins concept. The other one is by using subqueries concept. So in database SQL, we have three concepts, and these three concepts will work with multiple tables. If you want to retrieve the data from multiple tables, we can use union or union all operators, or we can go for joins, or we can go for subqueries. Okay, so I'll show you first union and union all. How to use union and union all in MySQL. So what is basically union and union all? So let us say, I'll give you a simple example here. So for example, I have a table. Let's say this is my table 1. So table 1, and also have a table 2. Okay. So let's say I have one column here. I have another column here. So let's say number ID, and here also I have number ID. So there are two columns I have. So here I'll say 1, 3, 5. Okay. So here 3, 5, and 6. So I have some data here. Okay, so what union operator will do is it will extract the data from the two tables. Okay, it will extract the data from the two tables, but it will eliminate the duplicates. Suppose if I use union in this particular two tables, it will give you what are the data. It will give you whatever the common thing we have in these two tables will be given. So basically, it will eliminate all the data we can retrieve from the two tables, but it will eliminate the duplicates. So we will get 1, 3, 5, and also 6. Okay, so 1, 3, 5, 6. So if you combine these two tables, how much data we have? 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 6. So here 3 is a duplication, 5 is also duplication. So here it will print only one time. Okay, so 1, 3, 5, 6. So this is the output we will get whenever you use union operator. So when you come to union all operator, it will also give you duplicates. Suppose instead of union, if I use union all, then the output will be like this. Like so 1, 3 repeated 2 times, 5 also repeated 2 times, and then 6. So this is the result of union all. So this is the output of union all. It will also give you duplicate data. So these two are supported in MySQL, but intersect and minus is not supported. But in other databases, intersect and minus is also there. But when I use intersect, what this will give you is, intersect will give you the common data which is there in both the tables. So what are the common data we have here is only 3 and 5. So this is intersection point. So when I say intersect, it will return only 3 records, only 2 records. 3 and 5 is there common in two tables. And minus is another type of operator we have in other databases. What minus will do is, when I say T1 minus T2, so this will give data, the records which are all there in T1, which is not there in T2. So T1 minus T2 will return the data. That data should present in the T1, but it is not present in the T2. What kind of data it is? So let's say it should present in the T1. So 1 is present here, but it is not present in T2, so it will give 1. So 3 is present here, 3 is also present in T2, so it will not give you that. and 5 is present here. 5 is also present in T2. So sorry, it will T1 minus T2. So it will give the data which is present in T1, but which is not present in T2. So 1 is present in T1, which is not present in T2, which is printed. So 3 is already present in T2, it will not give. 5 is also will not give. So what else we will get? Only 1 we will get. If I say T1 minus T2. So this particular record is present in T1, which is not present in T2. That's minus operator. Suppose same thing if I written reverse way, T2 minus T1. So it will give you data which is there in the, which is present in T2, but which is not present in T1. So when I say 3 here, 3 is also present in T1, so it will not give. 5 is taken, 5 is present in T1 also, it will not give. Only 6 is there, which is not present in T1, so this will give you 6 as an output. So these are intersect and minus operators. These are called set operators in SQL. Union, union all, intersect, and minus. So union are supported by MySQL. So I'll show you how we can work with the union and union all operators. Now, let's go to presentation. So union operator I'm talking about. But whenever use union or union operators, we need to consider 3 important points. So there are some limitations we have in union and union now. Because union and union all we can use to get the data from the multiple tables, to retrieve the data from the multiple tables. But we need to follow certain conditions here. So what are those conditions? The first condition is each select statement within the union must have the same number of columns. So this is the first point. So I have, let us say, two tables. I want to get the data from the 2 tables. Both the 2 tables having same number of columns. That is the first thing. Second thing is the columns must also have similar data types. Suppose in the table 1 I have 2 columns. In table 2 also I have 2 columns. I want to get the data from the 2 tables. So those columns data type also should be the same. Okay, same number of columns should be there, and the data type of the columns also should be there. I'm not saying the name of the column, data type of the column. Okay, and the third rule is the columns in each select statement must be in the same order. So while retrieving the data, suppose in the table 1 STU number, STU name is there. In the second table also STU number, STU name should be there. At the time of retrieving also we need to specify the same order. So this is another condition which we need to apply. So whenever using union and union all operators, we need to follow these rules. And the table number in both the tables, number of columns should be same, and the data type of the column should be same. And while retrieving data, we need to also specify the same order. So we need to follow these 3 rules whenever use union and union operator. So to demonstrate this, I have 2 tables, A and B. Let me just show you those 2 tables. I have one table called select star from A and select star from B. So I have 2 tables here. So if you don't have, you guys can create. Here I have given the scripts. Okay, I have also inserted some data there. So select star from A contains some data. So S name and a number. Here S names and a number. And student B is also having number and grade. So these are the 2 different tables I have, number and grade. So let me execute these 2 together. So we didn't get to both the columns. Okay. So the first table is having this data, right? S name and number. S name and number. Remember this. So S name and number in table A. Now when I execute my table 2, we have a number and a grade. So in the table 2 B, we have a number and a grade. So these are the columns we have in the 2 tables, number and grade. And number is again number, grade is also having some alphabet. Right? So now I will use union and union OR operators between these 2 tables. So let's do that. How we can apply the union and union OR operator. So what I can do is simply you can write this particular query, union and union OR. So the query is display all the record from multiple tables without having duplicate. So select the number column and select, because in both the tables, what is the common column we have? Number column. So we need to follow fundamental rules guys here. So what are the rules are? The columns should be same, number of columns should be same, data type of column should be same, and they should be arranged in the same order. So if you say only number column from A and B, number column data type is same, right? So column is also there in A and B is also column is there from A union. So here this particular query, what this will give you is it will display only number column. Now here this particular query, select number from B. So this query will give you number column from the B. Now I'm joining these two tables by using union operator. So now when I execute this one, it will give you collective column. So same number. So here I have access a number, here also I have access a number. And three rules are satisfied. So first rule is number of columns should be same. So here I'm retrieving only one column. Here also I'm retrieving only one column. It should be same. Second rule is data type of column should be same. So here number is also number type. Here also number is also number type. So data type of the column is same. And the next rule is calling the function should be the same. So must be in the same order. So here we have only single column, so we no need to follow any order. If you have multiple columns, you need to follow proper order. So in whichever order, suppose you have number 2 also. Let's say num2 here I'll specify, and here also specify num2. But whichever order is specified here, the same order we have to specify here also. So these are the two restrictions we have when using union and union all operators. Now when I execute this query, this will give you the combined data. If you see here, there are no duplicates here. But in A and B, there are common data is available, but here we don't see any duplicates, right? So instead of this, if you want to get the duplicates, just use union all operator. Okay, same query union all. So when I run this query, now you can see the duplicates data also here. So 11 is repeated twice, 12 is repeated, and 11 is also repeated, right? So 11 and 12 is repeated, right? So this is how we need to use union and union all operators. So if you want to join the tables, or if you want to get the data from the two tables or more tables, we can use union operator. And if you avoid the duplicates, then use only union operator. But if you want to display the values including duplicates, then you can go for union all.